Okay, this video will focus on plant transport, uh, specifically translocation and transpiration. This is only seen in vascular plants. For non-vascular plants, they basically don't have this, and therefore they're smaller in physical stature because they don't manage as much water as vascular plants. Vascular plants uh, having a vascular system that is phloem and xylem. Phloem responsible for carrying out translocation, and xylem responsible for carrying out transpiration. Okay, let's start. Movement of water through a plant. The entire process is driven by water evaporation from the leaves. So the stomata needs to stay open in order to let in carbon dioxide, and water is continually evaporating. There will be a steady stream of water flowing out of the plant. So it is a chain reaction in a certain way. So from below, we have the plant roots. The roots absorb water from the ground, and the movement of water is upwards. So for the xylem, it's a hollow tube. So, and it has a good reason for that. As you can see here, water droplets, they go up. The force goes up because, well, water vapor is released from above. So evaporation of water from the leaves, that is transpiration. What are four main factors? One of them is temperature. So the higher the temperature, what happens to the rate of transpiration? Well, it also increases. Basically, particles of water will have more energy and they will more likely evaporate and diffuse out of the stomata. Another factor is humidity. So how much water vapor there is in the air. So let's say there is a lower rate of transpiration. That's because of a what? Higher or lower humidity? Let's see. So apparently, if there is higher humidity, uh, so there is a lower rate of transpiration. So because the larger amount of water in the moist air will decrease in the concentration gradient, that's the reason. And what's the implication? It means that less water is going to diffuse out, therefore there is a decrease in evaporation. Okay? Airflow. So the higher the rate of transpiration, the higher the concentration gradient, and that's because of a higher airflow. So it's basically windy. Water molecules are leaving the leaf. Well, water molecules located above. So as they're about to leave the leaf, they are quickly blown away. So yeah, rate of transpiration increases. Xylem tubes. Like what I said earlier, they are made up of a column of cells. They are hollow tubes, long hollow tubes. And yeah, they're dead xylem cells with no ends between them. So the result is a hollow tube, and it is made out of, well, strengthened by a material called lignin. Okay? How about for translocation? They are mainly achieved by, like I said earlier, phloem cells. Phloem, to be specific. And they are arranged end to end to form long columns called phloem tubes, as you can see here. Okay. Occurs against gravity, that's transpiration. Can occur in any direction, that's translocation. Transpiration can only go one way, that's upwards. So gravity, as we all know, is a downward force. And transpiration, basically the chain of water molecules, they go up. Okay. Chain of water molecules, sorry, rate of transpiration can vary a lot. Transpiration steam, uh, it's basically the chain of water molecules. For the effects of airflow and humidity, so because water is continually being brought up from the roots, the inside of the leaf is going to have a much higher concentration of water than the outside. So this provides a concentration gradient down which the water can diffuse out of the leaf. And the rate of transpiration is really going to depend on the strength of this concentration gradient. So the tendency is uh, nature wants to reach a balance in concentration, co- comparing the inside and the outside. So yeah, I'll leave this to you. Xylem is made up of dead cells. Yeah, that's true. In between the adjacent cells are, well, before we go there, these enable the movement of cell sap. Cell sap is a liquid mixture of water and sugar. Uh, in between the adjacent cells are pores, small pores. The sugars that were made in the leaves can be transported long distances through multiple cells. So basically, the cell sap moves through tubes by pores between cells. Um, I'm not sure if this is okay to compare, if this mechanism is okay to compare with how in the heart, sorry, not just the heart, blood vessels. I believe there are valves in the heart that make sure that in every pump there is no backflow of blood, basically. So here we have um, we have pores in between cells. Again, I may be wrong in saying that they may be uh, analogical in that way, maybe. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so this is a complete list of the four main factors that influence transpiration rate. Just take note of it, find a way to memorize it according to your needs. Long hollow tube occurs at daytime. So transpiration only occurs at daytime. For translocation, it can. The question is, okay, so we know that in translocation, it can occur at nighttime. Can it also occur at daytime? Let's check. Okay, so carbohydrate, this pertains to sugar. It occurs during night. Okay. Sucrose is transported, that's sugar. Water vapor is transported, that's transpiration. Carried out in the phloem, that's translocation. Allows the inward movement of water in the xylem, that's transpiration. Okay. Sap moves through the tubes by passing through pores in between cells. Through the stomata of plants. Translocation refers to the movement of nutrients, one of them is carbohydrates, from the leaves to the other tissues in the plant. Okay. Plants make their own sugars using. Okay, we'll get to that later. To share these sugars to the rest of the plant so they can be used for energy, they have to be transported somehow. So, through photosynthesis, your favorite classic term, photosynthesis, it happens in the leaves. So, coming from the leaves, it has to be distributed to the rest of the plant so that it could be used for energy. So, this is why translocation is very important. Because it carries out exactly what has to be done in for the sugar distribution. So coming from the leaves, we all know that plant leaves are at the top. It could be distributed throughout the entire plant by going down. So again, like what was said in the table earlier, in translocation, the movement of nutrients could either be, well, it could be done in any direction. That's for sure. Okay. What are the cells that carry on translocation? Phloem. What's parenchyma? What context is that? I think to the digestive system. Never mind. Wait a minute. Okay. Let's move on. Okay, we've been here already, as well as airflow. Movement of sugar through the plant. This is translocation. Locomotion is a different thing. Really? Also transpiration? No. There's no check there. Which cells move water only up to the leaves? Xylem. From the leaves or the stomata, well, water vapor is already expelled, and new water coming from the roots enter the plant. Windy days cause a higher rate of transpiration. Yes, it speeds up the process, the rate of transpiration. Okay, that's it for this flashcard deck. I'll see you soon in the next one. Thanks for watching.